I'm Kaylee Wasco, and today we're going to be talking about why painting is my favorite hobby and the benefits of painting. The benefits of painting is it reduces stress, builds self-esteem, creates a healthy state of mind, and distracts you from other worries. I personally like to paint if I've taken a test and I feel like I didn't do very well on the test. I get really anxious and I think about the questions over and over again. And in order to get those thoughts out of my mind, I like to paint. It helps reduce stress. There's studies about this. There's a study from Winchester University as well as Drexel University that show that painting reduces your cortisol levels as well as increases your endorphins. It makes you happy. You ever wonder why Bob Ross is always so happy? It's because he is doing what he loves. He is painting. So painting helps release endorphins, as I said before, and it reduces the cortisol levels. And also there's a study that happened in 2014. This I found off of HuffPost.com, and it was about older people ages 62 to 70, and it talked about how psychologically it helped them have more brain connectivity happen, and it helped them just have, like, their mind was at ease a lot more, and it helped them overall with their mental health. It showed that they had improved like cognition, and so basically not only is it good for young people to do, it's good for old people to do. It's like Sudoku. Also, with the fact that it builds self-esteem, I wasn't good at painting when I started. I still don't think I'm very good at painting, but that's the thing about painting. You don't have to be good at it. You just have to have a support group. You either need to believe in yourself or you need to have people around you believe in you. One of my sources is this book about Vincent van Gogh that I got during my time in Italy, and the book talks about how his parents did not support him nor think that what he was doing was art. And that was why he became an artist way later in life, because he had to find it in himself to believe in himself to become a good artist. And so, if others don't believe in you, just believe in yourself. As you can see on my slide, there's Vincent van Gogh. That's his self-portrait of himself. His picture is kind of dark, and that's probably because he dealt with a lot of depression. And it was his way of coping with it through painting. And it's probably one of the reasons that I know he ended his life, but it was one of the things that kept him going as long as he was. He tried to end it a lot sooner. I put a board together of where to draw inspiration from. A lot of the times when I'm personally doing art, I like to go on Pinterest to find inspiration. This photo is from one of my travels to Italy. They had a bunch of murals and artwork on the wall, which I found very inspiring. And then the last photo is nature. You can get inspiration from nature. It's all around you. It's really whatever just makes you happy. How to reap the benefits. In order to reap the benefits of art, you have to be positive yourself and be surrounded by people who are positive. One of the stories I like to put out there about like how art makes people feel is Bob Ross. There's an article online that talks about how Bob Ross, he was basically nobody. When you go to like Painting with a Twist, there's artists there that teach you how to do stuff. That's what Bob Ross started off as. And his producer's wife, she liked to do art classes on her own free time. And she ran into Bob Ross, and she was like, this man is so happy and loves what he's doing so much. He's so passionate about it, and he uplifts everyone around him that it makes me feel happy. And she was like, he needs to be on TV and have his own show. And so that's how Bob Ross came to be. To conclude, a hobby is something enjoyable that elevates stress, restores balance, and makes one happy. Whatever your hobby, I encourage you to try and find one. Just make sure it's something that makes you happy. And be open about your feelings in today's world. And on that, I'm going to conclude with a quote, "In the haunted house of life, Art is the Only Stair That Doesn't Creak by Tom Robbins. And there's a picture about the mental health benefits of art. Okay, does anybody have any questions?
So who are some of your favorite artists?
Some of my favorite artists are Vincent van Gogh, Michelangelo. Here I recreated the creation up close. Probably Vincent van Gogh though. Whenever I went to Italy, I got to see where he actually grew up, and they have panels where every place that he depicted in his artwork, and that was really neat to see.
What supplies do you use when you do your art?
All you really need is a brush and paint. I got this one from Michael's for about $6. It's pretty cheap. And you can get watercolor or acrylic paints or oil-based paints.
What's your favorite kind of paints to paint with?
Acrylic, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm not very good at watercolor. Wish I was, but haven't gotten that down.
Is that your favorite piece that you've painted?
The creation.
Or do
Yeah.
you have a favorite piece that you've painted?
Well, I like this one, but I also like how I recreated Scream, and then this was one of my first piece, but I really like the eyeshadows blending back here of the piece.
Did you take any art classes?
No, I never took an art class. Thank y'all for listening.